basically, I'm going to be doing the book to video game adaptation video. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just talk about the books that you would like to see as a video game. I don't know where I get the authority to know what a good video game would be. I just watch a bunch of Let's Plays on YouTube. I'm Let's Play trash. But I'm gonna try. I think games are one of the most interactive story platforms out there, because unlike movies and books where you kind of just sit there, watch the screen and see the story go by, or you read a book and you just read the words and there's nothing you can do to change the story, video games give you that kind of sense that maybe you can. It puts you into the world, unlike most other story platforms. I'm just gonna head right into it. The first books that I reckon will be good as a game would be the 2 books from the Gravedigger Chronicles by Alan Campbell that includes Sea of Ghosts and The Art of Hunting. If you've heard me talk about these books before, you will know that I rave on about how atmospheric and immersive and well-paced these books are, which is a great basis for a game. These books are already so solid in their realm of booktitude that they could easily provide a basis for a game. Like I said, both of these are really immersive. I think the setting and the world itself is really unique. It's kind of like mechanical components and magic components, so it's like mechanical magic. I don't know, that aesthetic just pleases me and I would like to see that aesthetic more in games. Just mechanical magic, bring it on. Like I said before, it has great pacing. These books really knows how to pace itself between exposition, character development, action, plot, movement. It does it all really well, and it provides, it's very all-rounded, which is what I really like. So the developers could totally just base the whole thing off the books and just go at it and just provide a different way of telling the story. If this was made into a game, one of the things that I would really look forward to is how they would portray Ian, which is the main girl in this book, and she is both blind and deaf, but she can hear and see out of the eyes and ears of those around her. And obviously as the series continues, her powers develop and get better. That would be like a really cool game component to play as a character in a game that can't see or hear themselves or those around them unless they're using someone else, like a side character or an NPC. That would just be something unique. It'd probably be hard as fuck to pull off and would probably anger a lot of players, but I mean, she gets a tool later on in the series where it enables her to see and hear out of her own eyes and ears. I just think it would be a really cool and unique game component that could at least challenge player a little bit more. The second book that I reckon would be a good game is Contest by Matthew Riley. This is his first novel. It's set in the New York State Library. A game set in a library, I mean, come on. I couldn't resist it. It's about this contest that occurs every couple of millennia, including 7 different aliens get together in this arena. Obviously this year's one is in the New York State Library and they have to fight to the death. It's like a really gruesome adult Hunger Games. I think that as a game, this would be better played online, such as like Overwatch or League of Legends, but instead of playing on a team like in those games, you play like free-for-all. So you go online, you pick a character you want to play, and then the game sticks you with a bunch of other people who have chosen the 6 other characters and you guys fight it out. That just sounds cool. Third book that I reckon would be a good game to play would be Magonia by Mariah Devana Headley. Specifically the world, because the story in this feels a little more contemporary than the world gives off. I think the world, Magonia itself, and the Magonians, the people who live there, would be like a really good basis for an adventure story. The Magonians are these like half human, half bird hybrids, so they're humanoid looking but they've got feathers, but they have these little doors in their chest where they open it up and a little bird comes out, and when they sing with the bird they can manipulate matter. I mean, come on. And the world itself is a city in the sky, and they have to wear these flesh suits when they go down to the ground, obviously, because, you know, us humans would freak the fuck out if feathered people started walking down the street asking for all our crops and our cows. They have to steal all our crops and our cows because plants and cows have a difficult time up there in the sky with no land. They travel around on these like sky ships, so I reckon this would be a really good basis for an adventure game. The last books that I reckon would be a good game is The Babysitter's Club by Anne Martin. Oh my god. I'm gonna put these books down before I break them, because if you can't see from the camera already, they're quite old and they break easy. There's like fucking 300 books in that series, so not a game based on the series itself, but I reckon a game based around the series, you know, a babysitting club. I reckon it'd be good as an app game where kids and young teenagers can play it and choose which character they want to be, or create an OC that you can kind of take it on two different ways. You can have them sitting in the club room and, you know, saying who goes where and who does what and taking in demands from the telephone and stuff like that, like most app games tend to be, like when you run a kitchen and stuff, where you cook food and then you deal it out with the waiters and stuff. Yeah. Or they could choose the gameplay to be focused more on the babysitting, so people who play the game go on these babysitting jobs and they get put in like real world scenarios for educational purposes. You know, they learn how to deal with that kind of stuff. You know, what happens if a kid goes into anaphylactic shock? What happens if they have an asthma attack? What happens when they get scared, when they get upset, when they get angry, when they have too much energy and they go haywire? How do you take care of problem children? How do you take care of children who have to take medication? How do you take care of a sick child? So I reckon the Babysitters Club by Anne Martin would be a really good basis for providing either just your usual app where you just try to make more money, I guess, or you can turn it into something educational and fun for kids to help them learn how to take care of their own. Not that they have kids, but you know, for later on in life, I know what I'm talking about. That's all the books that I have to talk about right now. It's only 4. I kind of wanted to get 5 because everyone always does 5 when they do this kind of thing. So I guess if you can think of any other books that you would like to see as a game, you can talk to me in the comments below, because I'd love to hear about what kind of books you reckon would be good games and what kind of components those games could have, because I don't know. They're fun. Monica, my best friend from the channel Easy Kill, also put up a video of this ages and ages ago when I first thought it up. So this is going to be kind of like a joint original, and I'm going to leave you a link in the description below to her channel and her video, because I'm not going to take away from the fact that she put her video up first and she doesn't really want to take away the fact that I thought it up. So this is a joint original with the Bestie Bruh. Go check her out, support her, you know the drill, and yeah. And I just need a close up here for Monica to show that I haven't pulled off the sticker.